All right. Welcome to I have 20 minutes. Sorry. Um Welcome to your study guide review video. Hopefully you guys have completed the study guide before you are watching this. If you are not, stop the video. Go do your study guide. Then you can watch it. Okay? If you have finished your study guide, yes. Thank you for finishing it before watching it. All right. Hopefully you guys did good on it. We're going to go through each problem step by step so that you guys can see if you made any errors, which hopefully you didn't. If you made any errors, hopefully you'll see where you did. Okay? All right. So the first thing was on page 418, numbers 3 through 7 and 9, not 8. I don't know why I didn't do 8. We might talk about 8. But definitely 3 through 7 and 9. All right. So number 3, identify this figure. Identifying the figure. Hope you all said it is a ray and named it QB with a line just like that. Okay, that's number 3. Quick, easy, simple. All right. Number 4 says find the missing angle in the triangle. RJW. Right angle is right there. These two sides are the same. We know that that's 45 degrees. Big thing we need to remember here is first, right angles are always what measure? 90. So we know that that's 90 degrees. And all triangles have a sum of interior angles of 180 degrees. So all 3 angles need to add up to 180. If they don't, there's a problem. It's not a triangle. Okay, so this is my missing angle. So I'm going to take 90 plus 45. 135 degrees. I'm going to take that and I'm going to subtract it from 180. Don't forget to borrow and carry when needed. All right. So this is 45 degrees. That's your missing angle. Okay? All right. Number 5. Trace each figure. Use a ruler to measure the sides of each figure to the nearest 1/16 mark congruent sides. Well, hopefully you guys are tracing them. I'm going to make a conjecture, which means I'm pretty much going to take an educated guess because I didn't bring home my answer key. I will from here on out. But I'm going to draw the shapes up here. Obviously, they're going to be much larger than what's in the book. But I'll pretty much be able to tell you what sides are congruent without measuring them. Okay. So congruent, basically you're looking for the sides that are the same. This side is the same as this side. This side and these sides are both different. Okay? Using your dashes here. All 5 sides here are the same. And quick, it's a pentagon. You're right. Didn't ask you to do that, but I'm gonna, check your knowledge there. All right, and lastly, this and this are the same. Those two the same. Both of these are, please don't say rhombuses. Please don't say trapezoids. Hopefully you thought about the 4 wheels on your quad and called it a quadrilateral. 4 sides. Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. Not this guy. This guy's a pentagon. Okay? All right. That was 5. 6. Moving right along. Number 6, classify G, C, G, K, S in as many ways as possible. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. C, G, K, S. Well, first thing we know about C, G, K, and S is that it has 4 sides, and so it's a quadrilateral. All my sides are connected by a corner, a vertex, if you will. So all sides, it's enclosed, and so it is a polygon. It is also a regular polygon. If someone got fancy out there and wanted to call it a rhombus, I wouldn't be upset. If you didn't, that's okay. This is one of those cool, you know it moments. If you don't, it's okay. All right? I'm not going to expect you to know that that's a rhombus. All right? Awesome. All right. Shoot. Don't do 7. We're not going to talk about 7. We didn't cover 7. I'm not going to answer 7. Yeah. I can't answer. I'm not going to answer 7. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I can't. I don't know. Anyway, don't worry about 7. We're not going to do 7. 7's not going to be on your test. We're not going to talk about symmetry. Yeah. Okay. So if you did 7, cool beans. If you didn't do 7, it's all good. All right, 9. In the circle at right, name each of the following: a radius, a diameter, and a chord. I have a circle. And there's this guy. Actually. Okay. So you have all those people. All right, and I want to know a radius. I want to know a diameter. And I want to know a chord. All right. So radius, there are multiple radii in this circle. All of these are line segments, so hopefully you drew your line segments. If you didn't, go back and do it. AC is a radius. It's connecting at my central point going to the outer edge. Line BC is a segment, is a radius. Line CE is a radius. Starting at that central point going to the outside. Those are my 3 radii. You can have any or all of these answers. If you don't have all 3, it's okay. If you only have 1, I'm totally cool with that. If you don't have any of these, fix it. And ask for help. Okay. Diameter, there's only 1 diameter. AB or BA, I don't care which. Okay. One end to the other. And there's a chord. AD. FG is not a chord. Chords connect to the outside of a circle. Okay? FG just completes a triangle inside of the circle. Okay? So, the only chord, oops, forgot my line, is AD. Technically, all your radiuses, no, technically your diameter is also a chord. Okay? Because it does connect one side of the circle to the other side of the circle. All right? Your radii are not chords. Chords cannot start at a central angle or central point. Okay? It has to go from one side of the circle to another side of the circle. Okay? All right. Moving right along. Let's go over to your sets. I told you guys to do set A, B, C, and D, but not E, because we're not talking about symmetry. Symmetrical. All right. Number 1, name each figure. Number 1 is a line. And specifically, it is line AB, or it is line BA. I don't care which, just so long as you have one of those two. Number 2 is a line segment. It has a point on each side. Again, I don't care which order the letters come in as long as they're there. And finally, 3 is a ray. So, line segment, ray. If you did not do this, but you did this, you have to do this. I want this. I'm okay with this, but I have to have this as well. Okay? All right. Ray. Remember that there's only one way to write a ray, and it starts from the point at the end and goes to the arrow. That is a ray. Okay? That's set A. 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right. Set B. I want you to find missing angle measures. All right, each one of these has a missing angle measure. Let's start with number 1. All right, number 1, I have one side that's 60, another angle that's 60, and I may need the third angle. We need to remember that all triangles, all interior angles add up to what? 180 degrees. So, what I'm going to do, 60 plus 60 gives me 120. 180 minus 120 gives me 60. There's my missing angle. 60 is your answer. All right, let's go here. Right angles, they always equal 90 degrees. 90 plus 60, 150. 180 minus 150, 30. Next one, still a triangle. 100 plus 40, 140. 180 minus 140 gives me 40. And my last one, 80 plus 65, 145, 180 minus 145. Don't forget to carry. Missing angle is 35 degrees. Okay? It also asks you to classify each angle in 2 ways. So let's look at each one of these. This one. All my angles are the same, all my sides are the same, and so it's an equilateral. Acute. So all my angles are small. Number 2, it's a right triangle. And in this case, it's a scalene right. All 3 sides are different sizes. Number 3, this side and this side are the same. It's an isosceles. Largest angle is obtuse, so it's an isosceles obtuse. My last one and final one, all of my angles inside are smaller than 90, and so they are acute. All my sides are different, so it's scalene. I think I had a hair there. Oh, I did that. Okay, anyway, so hopefully you got all that right. If you did not, let me know. I'll send out a review video. We'll go over it, okay? All right, set C. Trace each figure, mark the congruent sides and congruent angles. Holy cow. Oh. Tell you what. All right, classifying each one of these and marking congruent sides and congruent angles. So angle, 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 angle. Oh. All right, classify each one of these. This has 4 sides, so hopefully you guys are screaming quadrilateral. Don't actually scream. This one also has 4 sides, so it is also a quadrilateral. All of these are polygons. They're enclosed. This is also a quadrilateral. This one is a regular polygon. No. All four of these are irregular polygons. Yeah, a regular polygon is a polygon with all sides congruent and all angles congruent. Since not all of these have all sides congruent and all angles congruent, they're strictly irregular polygons. Not a regular polygon, but an irregular polygon. Okay? All right. So, as far as congruency, this side and this side, this side and this side, otherwise known as side EF, is congruent to side GH. Down here, I have quite a bit of congruency. JK, no, I'm not kidding, is congruent to side LM. Side KL is congruent to side JM. Okay? Angles. Angle K and angle, no, that's not how you write that. Angle K is congruent to angle L, which is congruent to angle J, which is congruent to angle M, because all four of them are right angles. Up here, angle E is congruent to angle H, and angle F is congruent to angle G. And finally, my last quadrilateral, this side and this side, and these sides, and this, and this. Alrighty. Angle or side B, AB is congruent to side DC. Side AD is congruent to side BC. Angle A is congruent to angle C. Angle B is congruent to angle D. Hopefully you got all this correct. If you did not do these, make sure you pause this video right where it is right now and write all of these down, please, so that you have them, okay? All right, let's move on to set D. All right, here are my four shapes here, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. I need to classify all four of these as many ways as possible. So let's go through each one of these. This one has 6 sides, and so it is a hexagon. Unlike my drawing in the book, all sides are the same, all angles are the same, and so it is a regular polygon. Here on this side, I have something that has 4 shapes. Or not 4 shapes, holy cow. It has 4 sides. 4 sides are automatically quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals are not spelled with a G. Come on, Miss Bland, you can do this. Quadrilateral. All sides are not the same. In fact, they are quite wonky. So it is an irregular polygon. Here you have a triangle. Not only is it a triangle, it is a right triangle. We also know that this triangle is scalene, which also makes it not a polygon. Yes, polygon. Yes, polygon. An irregular polygon. Because not all sides are the same. And last but not least, this diamond-shaped thingy. It has 4 sides, which means it is a quadrilateral. And all the sides are not the same. Well, they might be, but not all the angles are the same, so it is an irregular polygon. All right. Hopefully you have all of that. If you don't, make sure you ask for help. I will gladly help you all. If you need a second to write this down, pause the video right here, right now. All right. So, hopefully you all have a complete and correct study guide to study off of. You also have Prodigy, which has practice problems on it. The test is next week. Next week, there will not be any new math content because you are going to have a social studies test, a science test, and a math test. Sorry. So that is the only 3 things that I am assigning you all next week because you all are going to go insane. I can say it already. I'm going insane. So, hopefully you guys have a great week. Hopefully this makes sense. Please take your time and study for it this week, okay? Make sure you're also paying attention to your social studies and your science. Your science, you're studying for a vocab quiz. You have a vocabulary quiz at the end of the week. And your social studies, you have your guided notes, which everyone must complete. Everyone. And you will have a quiz that will come up later this week. I will not make it live until Wednesday night, probably Thursday, okay? Because I want you guys to actually study for it instead of my ones that took it right off the bat the second that you've seen it. Don't do that. This one's for a grade, okay? All right. If you guys need help, let me know. And yeah. Thanks, guys.